All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 43. Shift. Watch the shift. Check it back. One.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mariota throwing complete there to Walker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Chicago. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check.
To throw is Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Breeze now. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mariota. And Walker has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. These two teams all tied after one. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Mariota again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
We go 21.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. Yellow 80. Mike 54. Hey, kill.
On second down, it's Montgomery, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ready. 5-9. Mike 5-4. Watch the curl.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Able to find Shaheen here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Kill.
Throwing now is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Breeze on third down. That is caught by Cohen.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies. Opposite. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. What's the
To throw is Breeze. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota to throw it. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota completes it to Davis. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And the Bears first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check right.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking deep for Gabriel, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now Breeze completes it to Samuel. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Mike, lady, yellow lady. Sammy! Check 37!
From midfield, here's Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Breeze. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Breeze to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He gives it to Humphries. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Ready? 5-9. Like 5-4. Go. Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Breeze. That's complete to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Over. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
1st down, a run with Cohen. Oh, good move. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Titans 28, Bears 23.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 32 that time.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mariota on target there to Humphries. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Henry.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big one. One. Right there, 56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Where are they, team? Check 56. Hey, pick your game up.
A first down throw for Mariota. Complete to Bryant. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Martavis Bryant with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On play action, now Breeze. Able to find Shaheen here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Back now in Nashville. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Breeze now. And an alley to run.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
I got one. 5-9.
On 1st down, Breeze trying to lay one up deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Breeze now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Come on.
Again, it's Breeze. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. First down, Mariota. And Walker has it.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mariota. Bryant has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Breeze. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
I'm going to run you over.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 82 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Running from the gun with Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.